we're live with the pre-show.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at the chat here,
Mhm.
and it seems like people are excited for a free silver giveaway tonight, Yankee.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's one that's not even out yet.
Mm-hmm. And that is the best price to get silver at, free.
Free rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Free's best. I'll
It's my
share it with
personal
everybody.
favorite.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they saw the image on the thumbnail, but I'm excited about it. It's really cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a great series. I
is.
have all of them in the series so far.
Yep.
Not the gold, just the silver.
Right.
I don't. Do you have all of the gold ones?
No, I do not have all the gold ones. I have
Mm.
two of the gold ones.
Might be a fun thing to get, Yankee.
No. I'm not focusing on that when it comes to gold. That's a splurge. But no, the price is it's reasonable too. And so yeah, the roaring line is absolutely a beautiful coin. New motto at the top of the Lion Tribe of Judah, right at the top. We'll share that later. But it's a new phrase. My daughter got married. You know that, right?
That's yes. I saw the photos.
Yeah,
and
you
it
saw
looked
the
like a very
post.
beautiful wedding.
Yeah, it really was.
And congratulations. That is awesome,
man.
Yankee.
Thanks, man. It was an exciting time. It was one of those destination weddings. Never done that before. Had to go down to Virginia, and it was absolutely beautiful venue. And I told you, I don't know if I mentioned it in the post, it rained right when my daughter and I were walking down. We were laughing.
It was
looking
just
at each other.
God shedding a tear.
Right there. It wasn't like a downpour, but it was a pretty steady rain until I sat down next to Mrs. Yankee, and then the rain stopped. I'm like, really? It was a lot.
It just adds a little flavor, a little excitement to the day. You know,
it was. It was a great, beautiful wedding. All right, people are piling in. This is going to be good. I have an article that I want to share with you, and it's one of those things where I might read it and get your reaction. You can stop me all the way through, right? You can say, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I love articles, Yankee. I try and read as many as I can, but it's good to get another opinion on what's going on, especially with silver. Like everyone has a different opinion, and yeah, it'll be good to go through that. And then, of course, we're gonna do the Q&A with the chat tonight, which I'm very excited for. Very excited.
Yeah, I'll open that up in just a bit.
We should probably do a poll too.
Okay, a poll.
What do you guys think we should poll?
I'll start it right now. Yeah, look at the chat. See if.
Oh, I got a good one.
Oh, okay. All
right. What gold silver ratio are we going to see next? 110 or 90? Because we're kind of at 100 right now. So what's next on the horizon? 110 to 1 or 90 to 1? I don't know.
110.
I know what I think.
1 or 90 to 1.
Someone said 200. Can you imagine?
There's the poll. Guys, you can
vote on it.
GSR, gold silver ratio. What will we see next?
I'm going to vote.
Yeah, I should probably too, right? I can't. I just realized I can't vote on my own poll. That's not right.
I voted.
Okay. Oh, well. I know what I would have voted. I'll wait until I close the poll before I say anything.
And let's see. Speaker's bad or audio's low? Audio low. What?
Audio low?
I don't like that, Thule.
Who's audio low? I'm punching.
Silver Dragons' hearing is bad. Wait, or audio's low. I don't know. How's the audio, guys? Yeah. Doing okay?
Thomas says deaf. Audio fine, says Silver Desert.
I got to speak up more? What are we doing here?
Yeah. All right. So let's go live.
All
right. Welcome to SilverPros, everyone. Great to see you here. I am YankeeStacking, and I'm with my great friend and fellow stacker, colleague extraordinaire, Silver Dragons.
Hey, what's up, Yankee? Happy to be here.
Great to have you, man. This is going to be fun tonight. It's been a while well since I've hosted. Can I just say you did 2 in a row? You had some
I know.
amazing Silver Pro guests. No
Yep.
guests tonight, right?
Yep.
No guests, but it's just the two of us. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about silver, try to answer all your questions, and then we're going to do a phenomenal giveaway at the end. Should I show them what the giveaway is?
Please.
Well, here's the problem, dude. I can't show the actual 2025 1-ounce Roaring Lion silver coin because it's not out yet. It comes out Monday.
It's going to be almost identical to this one.
Yes, exactly. It'll just be, say, 2025 on it. And it has a different hidden or micro text at the top of the line. So it says, who wants all people? So the roaring lion, the lion of the tribe of Judah, Christ, wants all people. And I think that's a really cool micro text. And it's right up at the top here. And if you're interested in getting one, well, how do people win it? What's the win method?
It's so easy. All you got to do is just put something in the chat so we can capture your name, and we will add it to the wheel and spin it at the end of the stream. And if your name comes up, you're the winner. So you just got to periodically type something into the chat here. Anything you want, really. Just say hi, ask a question.
Right.
That's how you enter.
And I am actually starting up the harvest right now. So I'm going to minimize this for later. I do see all the names coming in. And can I just say that I know there are some people out there that think this is a rigged wheel.
Right.
It's not. It's not rigged. Can I say just a shout out to all the Not Rigged Nation members out there? I know who you are. You're so great. Your support. You know that that's a gag. And I just want to, yeah, there you go. Not rigged. I see it in the chat. Thank you so much. I just had to put that up there so you can see. I will put all the participants on the wheel later on. Okay. Just wanted to show that. I might show it again later. Yeah, you do, right? Right.
So, yeah, of course. Well, I mean, I know it's not, but it's fun to joke about.
It is fun to joke about, isn't it? So, should I just get into the article?
Yeah, we're gonna do a quick article. We're gonna go through. I don't know when you want to end the poll, and then we're gonna do the Q&A. So we got a fun night planned. It'll be exciting. But yeah, whatever you like.
Okay. Yeah, let me do that. Give me 1 second here. Bring this up. Okay.
Wow, 60% basically saying 110 to 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It is a majority. And it's the way it's been trending. It's going up. So they could be right. I did vote for that one myself.
I think it's going to be 110.
That's what I voted for.
I really do. I think we've got some issues here in terms of it's going to maybe be a higher low. I don't know. It's so I'm also having a little technical problem here. So if you could just hold on 1 second.
While you do that, I was going to say, I don't know if you saw, in one of my videos, I traded 1 ounce of gold for 101 ounces of silver. So I just feel like it's probably going to go up because I should have waited to do my trade.
Yeah, I got you.
Like literally for that reason only.
Yep.
But who knows?
All right, so let me get this article up, and I want to read this to you and get your take. Barron's article, May 6th. So a couple days ago, gold prices are crushing silver. Why that could change soon. Now, for some of us, it may not be radical here, especially if you know what the gold to silver ratio are, but there's a couple nuggets in there I want to run by you. Gold prices been on a tear, leaving silver far behind. As the gold rally slows, and I think it has, it could be silver's chance to shine. It's been a great time for gold investors, yes, and it talks about how it's going up quite a bit. But silver also historically has been a safe haven whose price tends to track that of gold, and it's rallied too but not nearly as dramatically. Silver prices have gained about 10% this year. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
Well, especially like when your 401k has gone down 10%.
Exactly, right?
Silver seems pretty nice.
So look at this. I don't know if I can get this. Let me shrink this down just a tad so I can get this on here. All right. So you can see the gold continuous contract line in light blue, dark blue, silver. Look what happened. Just, January, February, March, April, May. It really, really separated there. And gold got all the attention. Look at that. I know, right? That is dramatic. So now we're roughly at 100 times the price of silver, the GSR. 100, right? Roughly.
Mm-hmm.
More typically, it's 40 to 60 times the price of silver.
I agree with that.
You agree, right? This guy, Tom Essay, author of the Stevens Reports, says that, and also says that silver has room to catch up. If history is a guide, the next phase of the precious metals rally could belong to silver, not gold. Market dynamics may be shifting in silver's favor. Okay, so we talked a little bit about the Liberation Day and the tariffs, which, by the way, side note, I just saw this too. U.S. and U.K. unveiled framework for trade deal. This just broke today. So,
Good.
Yeah, right? Maybe Trump's actually going to succeed in this. All right, so silver, though, we all know this. I think a lot of people know this. It has a lot of industrial uses, a wider range, more than gold. And that could turn into price catalysts in the coming months. And then the hitch. What happens if we go into recession, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like usually in a recession, gold will outperform silver.
Exactly.
Usually.
I agree.
But, if we are in kind of like a mania phase for metals, or, if stocks are just doing really bad and people want to move into metals still, silver could do well. I honestly think, though, that probably we are in a recession and it's maybe slowing down, and I think I think silver is getting ready to pop. I really do.
So the first 3 months, we got the GDP. It was negative for the first time since 2022.
Yep.
So a lot of people looking at it going, uh-oh. There could be a recession by the summer. I mean, like you said, we're already been dealing with a recession. It's one of the reasons why Trump got in office, I think. But here's the kicker right here. The same guy said that it's probably baked in. Where is that? But any potential weakness is already baked into silver's price.
There you
giving
go.
the metal plenty of room to rally. Do you think that a recession or a potential recession, at least a more publicly, touted recession in the newspapers and all the other media, is already baked into the price of silver?
I think so. I would agree with that. I mean, honestly, look at the GSR. I mean, they're saying, okay, yeah, it's like 100 to 1.
Yeah, that graph is just insane, isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah, and we did the poll. Looks like a lot of people think it's going to keep going up.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Let's say the GSR keeps getting worse or going beyond what's normal. So 60 to 40 is normal. It continues to go higher. This is like stretching a rubber band, right? I mean, it's like increasing the tension between gold and silver. I already feel like there's a lot of tension and it's going to snap at some point. But it just increases it more. And then I think it will slingshot silver even higher once it finally goes. As far as the price of a recession already being baked into silver, look, the markets are so forward thinking. I would say definitely it's already factored in. And we got rate cuts coming this summer. I mean, that's another catalyst.
That was a little disappointing to Trump, right? That he didn't get his rate cuts, but it looks like June. I'm sorry. Yeah, June we're not going to get one. 83% consensus it's going to stay the same. You're saying July. Yeah, quarter basis point. 60% right now is the consensus.
I think I'll push it back one more personally.
Yep. Oh, really? You do?
Yeah.
Huh? Okay.
Late summer.
So the last thing I'm going to mention about this article, on April 7th, the NDR crowd sentiment poll for silver dropped to its lowest level in nearly a decade. Talk about silver pessimism. That to me is when you want to buy.
Exactly.
Right? If you're going to be contrarian, that's when you do it. So I've been buying silver.
Oh, me too.
Yeah? What's been your latest?
Okay, so I'm going deep on the silver rounds, and I made a few videos talking about it. I'm up to like, I want to say 300 on the year. So
that's good.
Yeah, that was kind of one of the holes. I evaluated what I've been stacking so far. I think everyone should do this. Take a second, look at your stack.
Right.
What is it mostly? Do you have mostly junk silver, silver coins? You got generics. You have a lot of collectibles. I have way too many collectibles, Yankee. Way too many.
Why am I not surprised, bro?
Dude. So, but when I looked, it was like the biggest hole in my stack. I don't have a lot of generic. I don't have a lot of 1 ounce rounds, and that is what I've been telling everyone else to stack. Why am I not doing it? So I'm trying to, fill that hole in my stack. So I've been going heavy on the silver rounds. I still think it's the best thing to buy right now. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. What are you buying right now?
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned it. I think about it from a portfolio standpoint. Every year, you rebalance your portfolio. Look at where you're over. More heavily weighted. People do that with their stocks, equities, and bonds, and all that, right? ETFs. But I think you're right. I look at my silver, and I looked at the different classifications within my silver stack, and it was the constitutional silver that I looked at, and I went, I'm done. I got enough. I filled my barter boxes. And unless some stupid, crazy deal comes along, probably a private sale, somebody trying to liquidate or something and contacts me, I'm not buying any more of it.
So you have all 3 completed, the guardhouse?
Yeah, I do.
And that's it?
I think so.
That's enough.
Do you agree? It's enough, right? For barters and trades? Yeah. It's the 1 ounce rounds, mostly. And maybe a few more tubes of Eagles because I'm almost done with a second monster box, but that'll probably be it for the Eagles. Yeah, I think the rounds are obviously at this point it makes sense to get the biggest bang for the buck, at least for me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm going to close this poll off. I think we're done with it, right? 63%. Yep. Boom. They think the GSR is going to go up. I don't think it's going to stay up.
Right. I agree with that completely.
This is going to revert at some point.
I feel the tension. The higher it goes, the more tension I feel.
I like your analogy though. This was it the rubber band or spring? Yeah. It's building that potential energy. All right. So how about Q&A? Should I switch over to that? I got a couple super chat with questions. Should I field those first before we open up the Q&A? Frank Caviglia says super chat at $2. Thank you so much. Highest GSR prediction on X was 1 to 350. What? Okay. Can you imagine 350 1 ounce Eagles getting you one gold Eagle? That's unbelievable if that's the case. I don't think we'll ever see that in my lifetime.
It would have to be some scenario where the banks are just hoarding every ounce of gold they can get their hands on. It goes to, gold goes to $10,000-$20,000 an ounce, and silver is, we're in some crazy recession. So no one's buying any silver for anything, and that would be extreme. I cannot fathom.
I can't either.
Anything like that happening.
Nope.
I mean, we're already at like the highest it's ever been, pretty much.
Very close to it. Was it COVID where we peaked out? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it went up to like 120 or something like that.
Right? Yes.
But with the premiums of for silver at the time, the ratio was closer to what it is now. Premiums are lower now.
That is
so
very
when
true.
You were trying to buy the physical, it was basically 100 to 1 then. It's 100 to 1 now. So we're at an all-time high.
What should that teach people? What should that experience with the premiums and the craziness during COVID? Remember trying to get this stuff? Remember how expensive?
Yeah. Well, it didn't last.
No, but what will happen during the next crisis. It's going to be even crazier. So, yeah, you want to be getting it now, especially with the sentiment being so low on silver. The potential is huge. Baby Shark super chatted 28 Baby Shark super chatted $5. Why aren't gold prices being manipulated like silver prices are? Silver goes down or stays the same, but gold does nothing but climb. What do you want to say to 28
like
Baby
that
Shark?
Right now.
It does, doesn't it? I was with Tim today. By the way, guys, I was with Tim today, and I had some really nice videoing done. So I know a lot of people have been, where's Tim? Where's Tim? He's coming. But he said that there's been a shift. He says that we have seen in the past, gold and going up on an escalator and coming down on an elevator.
Mm-hmm.
But now he says it seems to be going up on an elevator and coming down on an escalator. It's just different. He's just, wow, it's amazing how this is happening. Now, silver is an easier metal to manipulate.
Yeah, of
right,
course.
Dragons?
It's a smaller market.
Yeah. Oh, heavens, yeah. It's not stacked by central banks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you and I were chatting before the live stream a little bit about that. What happens if governments, I'm not sure central banks will ever stack silver, but what happens if governments start stacking silver hard?
Well, I mean, obviously, demand goes up, price is going to go up. Russia's already said they're thinking about buying silver. I wouldn't be that surprised.
Yep.
I wouldn't be that surprised. I could see other countries doing it as well. India buys a lot of silver. I could see China buying lots of silver. I mean, they need it for industry. I mean, we need it for industry. Everyone does. And with technology exploding, Yankee, I mean, think about it. Robotics, the AI, data centers, and everything. Like it all needs silver. It needs it.
I talked to my friend who worked at a military. I can probably say one of the big ones, right? And I asked him on the side. I was like, "Dude, how much silver is in one of these specific?" I mentioned the type of missile. He looked at me and like, "Dude, I can't tell you that." I'm like, all right. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't say that. I'm like, I'm sorry I asked. I just wanted to understand if it. He just looked at me. It was like, I could tell it was. The gut feeling I got was there's a lot of silver in this stuff. Our weapons have a lot, right? So it's in everything. It really is, and I don't think people realize how pervasive silver is in industry. It's so important. I think I'm ready to turn the Q&A on. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right. I did get another super chat, though, so let me just answer. They get to the front of the line, all right? Check Stacker, buddy. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Who will produce the first papal coin of Pope Leo the 14th?
Probably Niue.
You think?
I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh, who would be the first? Royal Mint? That sounds like something the Perth Mint might try to race to. No? Or do you think Niue?
I'm thinking Niue.
All right.
Oh, they do everything.
Mogo, you can see the Q&A, right?
Yeah, I see it.
So Mogo, this was the question I think that came up first in the chat, even before we launched, right? What does it say?
Yeah. Will silver become a tier 1 asset? And I think it's hard for silver to get there if the banks aren't buying it, right? Because the classification,
absolutely,
that's like their classification.
Tier 1 system means it is a true money that can be trusted completely by countries, and they can reserve in it.
Right. So, but like, silver and gold have always been money. They will always be money. So like whether it gets classified as tier 1 or not, does it really matter? Right. I mean, I don't know. Like if they're not buying it, why does it matter if it's tier 1 or not? I don't think it will. I would be so surprised.
I don't think
they would have to be buying it first, don't you think?
Yes. They would be hoarding it before it ever becomes that.
Exactly.
And
like with gold, it took gold how long to get there?
Right.
forever, and then they delayed it. Like
They did. They
10,
keep delaying
15,
it, right?
whatever. I mean, they've been talking about gold, tier 1 asset forever. It seems like, I don't know, 15. I don't know how long it's been going on, but and it's like finally starting now. But
I brought a pocket Constitution to where my 92-year-old dad lives, just about a mile away, and we had lunch together. We do that every week, and talked to him about the Constitution. And I said, Dad, did you know that in Article 1, Section 10, it says that no state shall enter into a treaty, alliance, or confederation, grant letters of marque and reprisal, coin money, and emit bills of credit, make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment and debt? And he looked at me and was like, wow.
Yeah.
We've kind of screwed that up, haven't we? It's like, yeah, we have, Dad.
Well, don't you think it's interesting that the federal government is telling the states you cannot have your own fiat currency? We can do whatever we want.
Sure.
The states, nope, you have to use gold or silver.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's powerful right there.
It is. It so is. And it is encouraging. What was the latest state? I should have checked before I said this. There's another state that a couple of days ago is making gold and silver legal tender in their state. Maybe somebody in the chat can put it in there. But, man, it wasn't Kentucky. Man, it was. I saw it in the news. I wonder if I could Google it really quick. Gold and silver.
Two people are saying Florida.
Legal tender.
I think it was Alabama.
States. It was just in the news. Really quick. 11 states. Yeah. Missourians may soon pay with gold and silver after lawmakers approve odd bill? Why would they call it an odd bill? It's not odd at all. All right, yeah. So here it is. It's like there, Missourians. So maybe
Kentucky
Missouri
got rid of the tax on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Odd bill. How dare you say that? Kansas City Star. Whatever. All right. But it is states' prerogatives. I think it's great when they do this. I cheer it every time it happens. All right, back to the questions.
Yeah, it looks like the next one. Should I take a portion of my 401k and invest in Bullion? Interesting. What do you think about that, Yankee? I mean, I feel like maybe this is more your side of things.
I just did a migrate. I did a in-kind transmission of or migration of funds from my past employer to a location where I will be able to use to buy bullion from SD Bullion, sponsor of this video or this live stream. And let me tell you, I've been to the vaults. You and I have been there. I interviewed a lot of people about it. It is filling up fast. They have to expand. It is an amazing, amazing depository, and they make it very easy to do. As soon as the Tim Yankee round comes out, which is IRA approved, I am buying those and I'm sticking them in that vault.
There you go.
I believe a portion should be in there, physical, tangible, segregated in your name that you can see. And I'm going to go there. I'm going to say, all right, where is it? Show me. I want to see Yankee with the barcode right there. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to look in and go, yep, that's all there.
So here's my question, though.
Yep.
Let's say you have your 401k, but then separately you have your large stack.
In your own vault.
Yeah, like at your house or buried or wherever it is.
Wherever, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, especially if you're going to take a penalty for pulling out anything out of your 401k.
Oh, don't. See,
I would never do that.
I would never do it either. I didn't take a penalty. It's just you can do the transfer after you leave an employee. When you leave an employer, when you leave, that allows you to roll it over. You can roll it over into an IRA. You can roll it over in all kinds of stuff. So when you leave an employer, you're allowed to roll that 401k over. You can't take it without penalty and paying the taxes. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. So if you have an existing 401k, consider what you can do with that intangible gold and silver. And then when you are 59 and a half, which for Yankee, that's in October of this year, then you can take a distribution with no penalties and get the gold or silver delivered directly to you, and that's probably what I'm going to do. So, anyway.
So for some people,
yeah,
sometimes
some people it works, right?
maybe.
I can, yes. Now,
Not for everyone.
It's not for everyone. If you don't already have a 401k or an IRA, don't use that as a substitute for your own stacking. Start with stacking first, your own.
Yeah, I personally think, just stack it yourself.
Yeah.
I mean,
sure.
If you could go that route, it is infinitely better because you buy it with cash. There's no paperwork, yada, yada, yada.
I agree.
You got it. You got it.
I know, right? That's the first.
I like that the best.
That is absolutely a must. Everyone listening right now should start there and make sure that is what they're doing first. All right. Who else do we have? Actually, we do have a super chat that came in. Hugh Jawanker. Okay, $5 super chat. Longtime watcher. Thanks for all you guys do. It's our pleasure.
All right. Thank you.
And David Cascio super chat at $5 for postage. Y'all are doing great. Tim too. And then the Silver Desert super chat at $5. Just looking for some followers. Newer Silver channel on YouTube. Well, thank you, the Silver Desert. I appreciate that as well. What question?
I like that name, Silver Desert. If you add another S in it though, Silver Dessert. That might, I don't know, something to think about. I'm not trying to. I like desert too. They're both good names.
You like dessert too.
I do like
that.
I
know you do. And some of your silver is silver dessert too.
Oh, right? Too much of it, man. I'm looking over it. I'm like, really? I need to thin out.
How are you going to thin that out? What are you going to do?
I don't know. I need to trade it for like regular. I might have to go eBay, Yankee. That's where I'm at now. Too many collectibles.
Oh, wow.
I think I overdid it. I'm looking at it. I think I
maybe people, we got almost 700 people in the chat. Actually, 704. Maybe somebody would like to help you out there, Dragon.
The problem is I don't want to get rid of it.
Oh, I don't blame you. Yeah, you have some deep stack stuff that you'd never.
Never get rid of it.
All right, give me a question here. Happy Hippo. I just started stacking about a month ago. What do you recommend I mostly buy? You said rounds earlier, right?
Yeah, I would say silver rounds. Another thing, which I talk about in a video coming out, I want to say on Monday. My video on Monday talks about go to your local coin shop because that's the best place to buy from. If you don't have one, you got to buy online. Okay, but most of us, we have a local coin shop. Figure out what they pay for different silver items. What do they like value, right? And if everything's the same, they're like, oh, an ounce is an ounce, then definitely go rounds, go cheapest, go bars, that kind of stuff. But if they, really value silver eagles, for example, oh, yeah, we pay more for those always, then you might lean towards something like that, especially if we see another separation with premiums like we did after COVID.
Right.
So you got to mix in that stuff as well. So, yeah, talk to your local coin shop, see kind of what they buy stuff back at. And that'll help guide you to what you should buy.
Yep. Do you think there'll be a revaluation in gold and silver prices this year, says Michael Porter?
No.
Me neither. I don't. I have a short dropping this weekend that Tim talks about the gold revaluation and what could happen there. Lisa Anderson, why does Tiger say your wheel is rigged? Because Tiger's a jerk. No, Tiger's teasing me. I better throw this back up again. Yeah, not rigged, nation. All right. No, Tiger's a great guy, good friend, very good friend. In fact, side note, Tiger's going through some physical. Some health issues. Please pray and keep Tiger in your thoughts, okay? Thoughts and prayers for Tiger. He's not against me sharing that, but he and I were chatting just the other night. He's a good friend of mine. So, all right. Yankee, where are you from? New subscriber, says X-Lazy, X305 X-Lazy. New Hampshire, live free or die. Right up here in New Hampshire. And where are you from, Dragons?
I'm from the Northwest, the state of Oregon.
Remember we used to do coast to coast?
Coast to coast.
That was fun.
East and west. Yeah. I did see a super chat here. Do you foresee U.S. Mint making any changes to gold bullion, fractional, 24 karat, 9999 options? Thanks for all you do, SD and Yankee. Well, they got it. They got to get a new mint director. I don't think they've appointed one yet, have they? Ventress
Ventress is gone, right?
she gone?
She's
And
gonna be what? I don't know. She resigned. I'm not sure effective when, but yep.
yeah,
Gone.
I think they got to get a new mint director in
Mm-hmm.
before they make any big changes, and they do have some cool stuff planned for this year already, and nothing like that was announced. So the soonest would be next year. But yeah, I think we got to wait and see who the new mint director is and kind of what they value. But for now, no.
Mm-hmm. Yankee, is the SD Bullion so good you hide your rigged wheel there? Stop it, Tiger. Thanks for the $5. He's here in the chat. Oh no. Love you, bro. All right, is silver the
What
best? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was
Nope.
gonna say, Dan Hodge had that. What is junk silver up to now? I know Harry's
Ooh.
was that like 24x. What is
Yes.
Tim at? Is the
20.
same or?
It was 24 last week. I didn't
Mm,
ask him today. Yeah, 24.
yeah.
24. I've seen 25 somewhere around there. If you can get it for low 20s, oh
Oh, no
wow.
brainer.
Yeah, absolutely. Um Is silver the best way to stack early investments as a new stacker, or is saving for gold the better bet for someone who is new? So,
Oh,
Al-
dude,
Alchemic Gardens.
that is a great question, and
Yeah, it
I'm just
is.
gonna
Doug
say
vocal for it.
I did not buy a single piece of gold. In fact, my entire life, literally,
Yep.
until I had over 400 ounces of silver.
Well done.
Zero gold.
Yes.
So, I
Yeah.
mean,
Mm.
look, I don't know everything. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
another dude out here. But
Mm-hmm.
when you're starting, it's important to get that heavy, deep stack going early,
Mm.
and then you get motivated and you want to build it, and then you go for the gold later. So, especially now when the GSR is so high, like it is a no-brainer to me. You
Mm.
got to go silver.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with that?
I do. One of the things that Alchemic Gardens doesn't include in his question is how old he or she is and what financial shape they're in. There's so many factors to factor in, but rule of thumb, yeah, Dragons is spot on. I think if you're starting out, you got to get a nice base of silver and then build in and then get your buy ratio down. Figure out how many ounces of silver for every, 1 ounce of gold. How many hundred of ounces, it might be 400 ounces. It might be 1,000. It might be 2, 1. It depends on where you're at. But I
Yeah.
do like silver. Oh, yeah, definitely. Again, look at the GSR.
Yeah, it's
Look at
high.
this.
Yeah, I started buying in 2018, early 2018, like late 2017.
Yep.
And the GSR was like 80 and now it's 100.
Mm.
So it's like even more important to get silver now. But we do have another super chat, Steely
Yes,
Ballo. I've been
Steely.
buying pre-33 gold and Buffalo rounds.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of European sovereign coins at a low premium. What do you think of those?
Do you think Steely Ballo is in Europe? Probably not.
Probably not.
Buffalo Rounds, was that silver or gold? It would be silver,
Probably
probably. Yeah,
silver. Yeah.
silver
So I think
rounds, right?
there's, yeah, I think they're saying European sovereign coins. So they're probably talking Britannias. They're
Yes.
probably talking
Sure,
Philharmonics,
sure.
silver, I'm assuming.
Well, I know this is SilverPros, but I did get a foreign piece of gold the other day. I have a video coming up showing all that I've stacked for 2025 so far, and there's a lot of silver. But I would say I wouldn't stay. If you're an American, I wouldn't stack it hard. I wouldn't focus on the European sovereign coins. They are lower, but again, I'm a prepper and prepper stacker. I'm looking for stuff that's America, right? First.
Well, you like maples, though.
I
I know that's not
did. I can
European.
almost throw a
Say.
stone and hit Canada from here.
Yeah.
You're right. Maples, yes, maples are good. North America, stick on our continent. That's
Look,
kind of
if you can get them for
yes.
like a very similar price to a round,
Mm-hmm.
and
Get some. Yeah.
they're 1 ounce silver. It's a coin. Like, don't pay a crazy premium for it. But if it's the same
Right.
price, I would probably buy the coins. Like if I could get a Britannia for the same price as a round,
yes,
I would probably get them.
yes, that case I would agree. A sovereign coin for the price of a round. Yeah,
I wouldn't pay much more than like 50 cents more though, maybe. I might just get the rounds.
All right, so there's another super chat, guys. Thanks so much for these. But this one's a tough one for me. Resist Spoon Mike Lewis or Mick Lewis. Did you approve of Idaho Constitutional Money Act?
You want to pull it up?
Constitutional Money Act of 2025.
By the way,
okay.
Real quick, while you're pulling that out, there's another one from Joel. What are your thoughts on the new Eagle Privy Mark for the American Silver Eagle? Is it worth it to get a graded one?
Ooh.
It's not worth it for stacking.
Correct.
Definitely not worth it.
Yep.
The new Privy is the Eagle. It's way better than the Star. I bought a couple of them because, as we already mentioned, I have way too many collectibles. So, but don't do it for stacking. If you love it, you want to collect it, you think it's fun, sure, you can get one or two, but they're way harder to sell, like resell down the road, etc. So be careful with that kind of stuff. But they are fun. I mean, I got a couple.
Awesome.
There you go.
Resistant Spoon. Mick Lewis. Do I approve of this? This bill, right? We're in Idaho. Yeah, Idaho. This bill establishes the Idaho Constitutional Money Act of 2025, which declares gold and silver coin and specie, physical metal in coin or bullion form, as legal tender in the state of Idaho. Great. Love it. And they're referring to, there it is, Article 1, Section 10. I love it.
They can do it. They did it.
They did it. Good for them. Every state should. Every single one. So, yes, I approve. Yankee approved. Of course, I didn't read the whole thing. Maybe there's something crazy later on. But if that's the summary, I love it.
All right.
Oh, Joel. And thank you for the $2. Joel super chatted $5. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I did that one.
Okay, thank you. I was busy Googling. Sorry. Hugh, again, super chatted $5. Does anyone have a link to that auction I heard Gold Sniping Farmer is having tomorrow? Wow. I haven't heard of it. Thank you for the super chat. Anybody in the chat, help them out if you've heard it. Help you out. And Tiger SD, have a YouTube video tomorrow. Even more grateful if you confirm SD Bullion is where that rigged wheel is hidden. Please come to the video tomorrow.
The rigged wheel is a virtual. It's online. There's no actual wheel.
There is no physical wheel. I'm going to put this on again. Not rigged nation. Tiger.
Okay.
Come on.
We got a confirmation from Steely Ballo.
Yep.
I'm in Arkansas. I'm talking about old 90% gold, Danish, French, Italian coins, $10 over spot. It's hard to resell.
I'm not going to stack it.
It's hard to resell.
Yeah.
It really is.
That's a good point.
If it's like the 20 francs or the sovereigns, those are a little bit easier. What about like, I mean, a lot of people bought those, the 100 Corona gold. There's other ones. They're just kind of tough to move.
You're going to get melt, aren't you?
Under melt.
Under melt?
You're not getting melt for that.
Wow. Yeah, it's not for me. Manic 361. How would a war between Pakistan and India affect precious metals? Well, actually, I think who knows if the war has actually started. The skirmish is definitely going on. That's a potential war between two nuclear powers. That is potentially massive for a lot of reasons. And I think that would have a huge effect on precious metals, especially gold, primarily gold there.
If you look at like when Russia and Ukraine, when that got started, there was a big spike.
Remember?
Huge spike in both gold and silver. Any fear really drives the price up for precious metals. People just flock to it. So, yeah, I think it would probably be positive for the price.
And negative for us. That's not
Yeah, I
what you
mean,
want. That's bad news. But again, I stack as a prepper stacker primarily for bad news. And I probably never see that come to fruition. But yeah, that would be really bad. What else do we see here?
oh man,
Stacking Benjamins question? Or
yeah. Why would you
wow.
choose to get Buffaloes or Silver Eagles when the LCS is selling rounds for $1.50 over, or Silver Eagles for $2 over? I've been stacking a lot of Silver Eagles. Oh man, where is your local coin shop?
$2 over for an ASE?
Whoa.
What? I'm taking a road trip.
Yeah, Eagles. I mean,
I
arbitrage,
would
man.
finish off my monster box. I actually arbitrage. You're right. I would then turn around and sell them from. Seriously though, $2 over that's not what I'm seeing.
That's unbelievable.
All right, what are you usually seeing over? Right for Eagles,
3,
4.
350, 4.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. That's really good stacking Benjamins.
Yeah,
I
you
wouldn't
found
be.
the honey hole. Don't
Yeah,
tell anyone about
don't
it,
tell
or
anybody. Yeah, we
or
should.
you share with
Should
the
we
community.
delete this? We should probably remove this question. No, I'm kidding. Oh man. What else you see? Evaluate. I think the GSR needs to be reevaluated if gold keeps climbing. In other words, do we all look at this and go, "Wait a minute, this is wrong"?
Well, can we talk about that for a second?
Sure.
So, like, I've seen a lot of other YouTubers, other people say, does the gold silver ratio actually mean anything
Anymore?
does
Right.
it matter?
Right.
Like it's a runaway. It's just, like who even cares, basically. And I guess there is, some truth to the fact that it's just a number, it's just data. Like, what does it actually mean? But like, I mean, it does have a big impact on what people buy, certainly what I buy, and I think a lot of other stackers as well. So I don't know, I don't think it means nothing. I think any information is valuable when you're trying to make an investment. Like, why wouldn't you absorb all of the information about that investment? Why would you like block that out of your mind? Like, obviously it's affecting things. So I don't know. I think it's just a matter of time before it shoots back down. And
I think it matters, maybe not as much as the past, but I still think it matters. Decisions are made based on that, not just with stackers. No, it doesn't, but investors look at that. So, yeah. How about this one? Our gold back's a good investment.
All right, let me say something on that. If you want exposure to the price of gold, if that's all you want, then do not buy the gold backs. All right. And I've been saying this for years. But if you actually want to use them as barter, if you actually want to use them the way that they're intended, then it's okay to buy them. Especially if you're a prepper stacker and you want to diversify, don't have just the silver to barter with. Especially if you live in a state that already has the gold backs. I'm going to be traveling to a state that uses them, and I'm going to film a video, so expect that maybe in a couple of weeks. But I'm gonna actually go out and buy things with the gold backs.
Yes.
And show you guys how it works. So, I a good investment, I guess no, if you're just like looking strictly at what an investment is. But they are valuable, and there is a reason to buy them. I don't know. Do you agree with that?
I do. I'm going to say gold backs are not a good investment,
right,
but they could be a good barter insurance.
Is cash a good investment?
Yeah, there you go. No, it isn't.
But it's necessary. It doesn't really make sense, should I have, $5,000 in $20 and $10 bills in my safe? Is that a good investment? It's like, no, like not. That's not even what it is. So.
Okay, got a big one here. I've heard a lot of questions on this. Robert Hutchinson, in your opinion, is the Basel III requirements coming up in July? Actually, they're calling it the end game. Okay, that's what the nickname is, the end game for Basel III in July. Is that going to mean all banks will need to hold gold? The short answer is no. They will not be required to. They could, and they could readjust and change what they're holding. It will allow them to, but it's not going to force them to. Not even the GSIBs, the globally systemically important banks. Not even the big ones are going to be forced to. But I see them as potentially wanting to, especially in the uncertainties that we're dealing with right now and the repatriation that's going on all around the world. Gold, I do see that actually changing potentially the price of gold.
I could see it.
Yep. They're going to reassess and totally recalculate their risk-weighted assets, and gold will fit in beautifully if they want to do it. Again, they don't have to. It's not going to be a requirement. What else we got here?
There was one.
Did I miss one? Sorry.
There's a lot of questions. A lot of them are about like platinum and gold, stuff like that.
Yep.
Which is fine, and we talk about that a little bit, but try and focus on silver.
Mm-hmm.
I think platinum's having a rough go of it.
Tell me about
palladium too, like really
true.
Rough.
That's even worse.
Why aren't they just the same metal at this point? Just like platinum / palladium. They just trade the same.
The French like palladium. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. We only have about 10 minutes left before we're going to do the giveaway. Just a note, if you want to get on the giveaway, I'll be harvesting all participant names in the chat, putting them on the wheel. So make sure you've put something in the chat right now. All right.
There was a question about tax form. They say for rounds or eagles, how much do they allow you to sell before you have to fill out the form? Not eagles. It can be unlimited eagles.
Yep.
Unlimited.
Exactly. Unlimited.
For rounds, it's 1,000.
That changed, I think, when? A year ago? There was a tweak to that, and now it's...
Was there?
Yeah, there was. I was reading it about what they allowed. It's unlimited, you're right. Eagles, don't worry about it.
Eagles is unlimited.
Yep.
So, but is it still 1,000 ounces in rounds? You got to fill it out or
no? No,
okay.
I don't think so.
They took that away too?
Yeah. I'll double check, but I don't think that's the case. 1,000 rounds. Yeah, I think it was. Well, now I have to check.
Can we pull it up, please? Pull the chat here.
Tax.
I mean, that's a lot of rounds. Why aren't you moving gold if you need that much cash?
I don't know if I'm going to find it. Max.
Get
reporting, most precious metals. So you may not require a report. Silver purchases. Most
32 grand for 1,000 rounds. Yeah, like that. You're probably moving gold, I would think. That's like, what, 10 ounces?
I thought it changed recently.
I don't think it did, man.
Silver typically determines most precious metals sold for more than $1,000 should be registered.
Yeah, no, that doesn't mean it. So what we'll do is we'll look it up again, and we'll bring it up on the next SilverPros. How about that? We'll get a concrete.
Yeah, I don't want to steer anybody wrong on that, but I know there was a change, and I can't keep up with all the IRS rules.
All right.
There was a change, and I remember mentioning it to Tim. He didn't even know about it, but now I can't remember.
I think, hey, if that's a change, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
We'll research that.
I'm in favor of that.
I would agree.
Should be unlimited for all of it, but yeah.
What else we got here? Any good question? I miss any super chats? Don't want to miss the super chats. Here's one. 28 Baby Shark super chat at $5 is $35.47. 1 ounce South African silver Cougaran BU. A good price.
It's actually reasonable.
Will I lose the premium when I go to resell it?
Yeah.
Also, is it worth stacking?
I'd wait till there's a sale on that.
Exactly.
I feel like you could probably get it cheaper on sale.
Yep. David W., are they really running out of eagles? No. Okay. Fox Body Central super chat at $2. How does Trump affect gold prices if he succeeds? If he succeeds, gold should go down.
Yeah.
It really should. Silver, I think silver would go up. Quite frankly, I think you would see the GSR close dramatically if that happened.
There you go. Oh man, wouldn't that be crazy?
Wouldn't that be
though?
amazing? Yeah. If he's successful, he pulls this off, and all the tariff stuff is like, oh, that's not a problem. They all renegotiate. Oh, he's dropped it. If everything works out and we do truly make America great economically and we cut all this and everything is rosy, yeah, the GSR is going to plummet.
Dude, if it went down to like 40, like let's say silver goes to 50, gold goes to 2,000, we're sitting at a 40 GSR. Whoa.
I think you'd be doing something, wouldn't you, Dragons?
I'm going to be taking in monster boxes into Harry's and picking up some more gold.
Nice. Robert Muir.
It might happen.
Robert, thanks for the $20. I appreciate that. And David W., $2. Yankee, you sick of the rain yet? Oh, yeah. I can't wait for it to stop raining. I want to go biking. I want to get outside. This is killing me. All right. Is there any other questions? I feel like we didn't cover as many as we usually do, bro.
Yeah. A lot of people talking about premiums. What's a good price to pay for different things? 90% rounds.
Good price to pay for rounds, Nike basketball.
Well, it is kind of interesting. I'm just going to say that, like, just gauging the questions, it seems like there are more people interested in sort of like the, like, what is this item normally people are having a harder time gauging what's normal. And I actually think that is because we went through some wild swings after COVID. Like, normal for a long time was like, it was like $1 over for rounds and, $2 or $3 over for Eagles. And it was just like normal prices. And now it's like, wait, the Libertads are $50? What? And how much is this supposed to be? What's going on with 90%? Like, it was up, it's down.
Right.
I think we're actually seeing some more volatility in different products, and maybe the tariffs are playing a role in that too. But I think all this is going to shake out. We're going to get back to sort of the normal premiums, and I wouldn't worry about that stuff right now. Just kind of try and get whatever's the cheapest. I think, get the most weight for your dollar.
That is always good advice. Although I do encourage some people who don't have any Eagles or any Maples or any, it's not wrong to get some sovereign silver. I think there's some value in that, but I agree with you. Weight is key. Here's a question.
You really can't go wrong if you're doing that.
Sergeant Shiro has a question for you and me. What is the biggest silver bullion you would buy?
Does size matter?
I'm not answering that. But I will answer this biggest bullion I would buy.
Okay.
I max out at 10, man. I do have one. I have 100 ounce bar. One.
That's what I thought.
One. But I'm not. Would I buy? I bought it. Okay. But would I buy another one? No. Would I buy 10? Yeah. 5? Yeah. 1? Definitely. Would I stack anything? For a guy who doesn't like a lot of bars, I was just looking at all the bars that I do own.
I know. I'm looking at mine right now.
Oh, man. 10, 5, 10, 10.
I would say probably, like the biggest that I would recommend is 100. I think if you got a deep stack, you got a lot of 1 ounce in there already. I really don't think there's anything wrong with going with the hundos. Okay. Especially if you're one of these big stackers. Like some of these guys, they got 10,000, 20,000 ounces.
Right.
The big stackers,
Yeah.
And like money is different to different people, right? I mean, like some people, they're like, oh yeah, buy a monster box, no big deal, Right. And it's like, okay, good for you. That's amazing. I don't think there's anything wrong with the 100 ounce. I know the premium's lower, you get less and you sell it back, yada yada yada. Less people can afford it. But if you already got a bunch of 1 ounce, then I say go for it. I'm okay with going up to hundo. Even the kilos, I'm okay with.
Okay, all right.
I'm okay.
I see a lot of people bringing it in and downsizing. A lot of downsizing going on.
But are those the deep? Are those the 10,000, 20,000 ounce guys?
No,
Yankee.
No, actually, no. There's a few that have been stacking for about a year, went big, and came back and said, I don't think I should have these. I want smaller ones. And I said, how much are we talking? Oh, I have a couple 100 ounces. I'm like, really? And you want to get? Yeah. Wasn't They wanted 1 ounces.
You personally own a 100-ounce silver bar.
Yes, I do.
So
it's a great doorstop.
It's okay for you, but no.
Oh, you're awful, man.
I have one as well. I'm looking at it right now.
I'll never buy another one.
We'll see.
Don P says bars versus rounds. Well, remember, rounds are circular bars. Okay,
yeah,
technically speaking.
People like rounds more. It reminds them of money and coins, and there's something psychological about the round. I think it's always going to be superior to a bar.
So. Yep, I agree. All right, I think I need to end the Q&A, right?
Yeah, Josh is like, 100-ounce bars are harder to move in a hurry. Look, if they're buried in your backyard, I don't think you're really worried about moving them.
That's true. Very true. I'm not moving them.
They're going to stay there until you got to cash them out.
All right. Should I show everybody what we're giving away, or kind of what we're giving away? It's close, guys. It's just like this, only different. It says 2025 on the back, and they come out from SD Bullion on Monday. If you haven't signed up for SD Bullion's email notifications, what are you waiting for? You need to do that. Why? Because you will get in on some great deals. You'll learn about what's coming out before anybody else does. It's important to do that. You can go.
And they have the exclusive deals for like the texting.
Yes. The exclusive deal. So please do sign up. Go to sdbullion.com/new or /dragons or /Yankee, I think works still. But /new, and make sure you sign up for their notifications. The 2025 is coming out. Hope someone who doesn't have any roaring lion gets the win on this one. All right. So make sure you put something in the chat. I'm going to give you a few seconds longer. Anything you want to say before I do my work here?
Who's the next in the Commander series, Yankee?
Oh, dude, even if I knew, I couldn't say it. Right?
When are we going to get Washington on there, man? Are they saving him for last?
Washington would be the bomb diggity. My favorite president. I gotta
save him
piles.
for last.
I will,
right?
Absolutely. That would be epic. I would get gold on that one. I would. I would. I'm a sucker for George. I really am. I'm sorry. All right. So let's do this. Harvest the names.
Man, what if they did Jesus, Yankee, for Commander series?
I'm not big on the
yeah.
Who knows?
It would be an interesting take on it, though.
Yeah. All right, here's the wheel. Let's paste those names in.
Good luck, everyone. This is 1 ounce silver giveaway.
Yes, let's shuffle
on
it
the
up.
unrigged wheel.
Yes. The non-rigged, fully trusted, on the up and up, completely valid, awesome wheel of names. And it isn't rigged. I don't care what Tiger does and says.
And it's free. It's free.
It's free. Here we go, guys. Good luck, everyone. Okay, we got Gene and Gadget and Sorcerer and Sean and Shelly and RWP, Shotgun Susie, Dan Hodge, Effed Up, and Burst. Attitude? No. Oh, that was close, Burst, but it's Cavalier Lion 74. Congratulations. And all you got to do is email me at YankeeStacking@gmail.com, your mailing address, also your phone number, because I will forward that off to SD Bullion, and they will send you out that awesome 2025 Lion, silver 1 ounce Lion. So cool.
There it is.
All right. That was a great giveaway. A lot of fun. It was a great live stream, my friend. I had a lot of fun.
And you know what? I think maybe we should do a modification, Yankee.
Ooh, we're modding?
Something to think about for future ones.
What?
It just kind of popped into my head. What if we did we guarantee to get through 20 questions?
Oh my word. No matter how long it goes, right?
We'll do the top 20 and you got to get your question in quick.
Yes.
But we guarantee it. What do you guys think? Can you let us know?
Yeah.
Do they like that?
Should I pull that really quick?
Real quick.
Okay. So
the
question is, Modify to take a guarantee to guarantee an amount of questions asked. How does that sound?
Yeah, sure.
Modify the stream, right?
I don't know if it's 20. I don't know what the number is.
Yeah, see, I don't know what it is either.
But I just feel like, sometimes we do these and we get through, like a few questions and it's like, well,
yeah.
Let's see what they think.
Should we modify it? Should we modify it to guarantee an amount of questions asked?
Maybe they hate it.
I know. And while we're waiting, there's a couple of super chats that flew in and I completely missed, like Joel's. Is there an argument to be made for fractional gold over silver from a stacking prepping perspective? Joel, I actually spoke to someone at Tim's today about that. He was buying fractional gold, tiny little guys, and he wanted to barter with them potentially. He wanted to have them for barter. And he was afraid of larger gold because who's going to barter with an ounce of gold? And I said, well, you maybe in a worst case scenario could barter the gold for silver. And he's like, oh, I didn't thought of that. But I said, don't forget the premium on fractional gold is pretty high at the small amount he was getting, little pieces of it, right? And I said, constitutional silver is a lot less expensive than fractional gold. So he's like, yeah, silver. Think silver first when it comes to barter. And then gold. So thank you for the super chat. And $5 from Donald Jackson. How much silver and can I own before Social Security takes me off? Ooh. If it helps.
Unlimited. How would they even know if you
own any? Exactly. If it helps, I have survivor benefits alongside. No. None. Don't. There's no reason for them to know and no limitation on your ability to have Social Security yet. They don't means test your overall wealth when it comes to gold and silver to determine how much you're going to get in the benefit of Social Security. So don't tell them.
Right.
All right.
Well, we had almost 200 people vote in the poll.
All right.
It looks like a majority like it.
2 to 1. All right.
What's the right number, though? Do we go like 10
right
questions,
number?
20? I feel like we could do 20. We might go a little over. I don't know, but
you were the stickler. You were the stickler to 1 hour.
Here's the thing, guys. I don't want to do like a 5 hour. I mean, if we go a little over,
I don't mind.
Not the end of the world.
I agree. You can't even see it from there. Yep.
What do you got? Should we try? People are saying maybe 15 questions, 25. Start with 15. Why don't we test it next week?
Yeah, can we inch up on it? Can we say a guarantee of 10? And then if we get to 15, we'll go, let's up the ante next time. Let's go to 15 or even push it to 20. But
I like that.
Let's start with 10. 10 guaranteed.
We're going to guarantee.
Yes.
10 next week.
Only when we don't have any guests, right?
Yeah. If we have
no
a show,
guests.
Then.
Yeah. No guests, 10 guaranteed. Like it.
We'll guarantee it. And then if we blast through it, then we'll do more. Obviously, we'll do as many as we can to fill it out.
Should the super chats count? I don't think so.
No. Those
10
don't count.
questions from the Q&A section of the chat.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it'll just be the top 10 as long as they're about silver. If it's like some weird thing, we're not putting it in there.
All right.
Everybody good with that?
I am.
I think it'll be fun.
It will be. Thank you for that. You see, we're always learning, always improving here on SilverPros. So thank you, guys, so much for watching our live stream. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on SilverPros.
Stack like a pro.
Good night, everyone.